Hello, I'm Mr. SilverFox,
And I'm Mrs. SilverFox, and you're listening to the SilverFox Swingset.
a podcast where we document the ins, outs, and upside downs of the swinger lifestyle from a beginner's perspective.
This podcast is recommended for the 18 and over crowd and contains adult content. So if you're not a grown-up, please come back when you're of legal consenting age.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 6 of the SilverFox Swingset. I'm Mr. SilverFox.
And I'm Mrs. SilverFox.
And tonight we are coming with a smorgasbord and red flags.
I love a good smorgasbord.
But before we go on to the topic, we have a few things we need to talk about to get caught back up.
Yeah, updates. Where did we leave off last podcast?
So we were going on a date with a couple. We referenced them as the Italian bird and her husband. Had an amazing night, for sure.
Yeah.
Laughed a lot.
A ton.
Oh my God. I didn't really focus on your guys' conversation, I'm not going to lie.
That's
the
okay.
four of us were talking at first, but she definitely had my attention.
Yeah, we definitely split off, I would say. And I think it worked when we were all talking together. When we split off and kind of like you and him were talking and me and her were talking, I felt like it all just, I don't know. It was very natural. It was a good time.
Yeah, I had an excellent time with them. I think they had a decent time. They invited us back to a Super Bowl party, so I'd have to say that, again, another great night.
Yeah. Yeah, they invited us to a house party for the Super Bowl. We went to that. That was a really good time. Food was awesome.
What was your house party conundrum?
House party. Okay. And I said it to you as the husband of this couple was literally sprinting from the living room to the kitchen for who even knows what, for meatballs or for, a lighter to light the dishes that had to stay warm. I don't know. There was a lot of running.
Did you say a lighter to light the dishes?
Not the dishes. The little, what are those called? Those little chamfers that you use under, like, at a buffet table?
Oh, okay, to keep the food warm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I don't think chamfer's the right word. That feels like a weird word.
That feels like a machining word.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. What are those called? Oh, chafing dishes.
Okay.
There it is. Enough. I win. Anyway, you fucker, who cares? Okay, he was running. And I said, this is exactly why I don't want to host a house party unless I can have, and I know this sounds so bougie, and I don't care, fight me. I need a staff to take care of a house party because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be focused on getting things ready, and I'm going to be a basket case, and I'm not going to get to have any fun, and my boobs aren't going to come out. I need it fully staffed. There it is.
I don't know. I see a lot of challenges. Beyond a very small group, as we've talked in the past, I'm not sure that I want to have any large-scale event. I'm too sociable. I don't want to spend time worrying about, are the dishes stacking up?
Right.
Is the food proper? Does everybody have what they need? Not having a lot of time to maybe branch off and, have an in-depth conversation with people. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to me. I commend him. Thank you so much for doing that for us.
Oh, my God, yeah, that party was great. But, there were, I would say, quite a few people there.
Oh, quite a few friends. Yeah, and I would say the majority of them were from Euphoria that we go to.
Some new people that we hadn't met yet. There were people there that we knew previously from other events. And for me, I will say, and I really don't feel bad about it, that I watched 0% of the Super Bowl while I was there.
I didn't watch a terrible amount of it. Of course, there were some people there that were there to watch the game. I got nothing against football. I enjoy football, but neither of my teams were playing. And I thought the company was better than the TV. So
same.
I couldn't help myself. I flirted with the host the most chances I got.
That's true.
And
shamelessly. I got caught in a couple of those encounters accidentally. Well, because I find a corner at every event, and I hole up in that corner because I like to be in the corner so I can see everything going on around me. I don't know if that's a defense mechanism or like if I was like a lab rat or something in a past life. But that's just what I do. So there was a couple times where I really was kind of in like an awkward isosceles triangle while you were trying to flirt with this poor woman. And I
Poor woman.
Not poor woman, but like with me standing there, I don't know, it felt so weird. And then when I tried to kind of back away, and I don't know, it was awkward. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop holding up in corners. I'll get trapped in your fuckery.
I was fine with flirting with the both of you.
I mean, yeah, that's true. We know you can handle 2 at a time, that's for sure.
Don't we? So what else did we have going on?
Oh, what else? Oh, we like what was it, like 2 weeks before that? We did Mardi Gras at SD.
Ooh, Mardi Gras.
Another big party weekend. Super fun.
Oh my God, we had such a good time there. We ran into, of course, old friends, made new friends, had a great time. I don't know, I fell asleep a little early Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
I was tired. I had a long week at work. I don't know, about 11 o'clock, maybe a little later.
I don't know, it was before that. Yeah, it was before that because I know I had an alarm set at like 8:30 that went off in the smoke tank, and everyone thought that there was like a bomb exploding because my sound for my alarm apparently is terrible.
I had to be way after 8:30. I mean, the party didn't start till 8. I didn't go to bed after half an hour.
It felt early.
It was.
I know I had to wake you up
early
at one point and then come back and wake you up, and you were definitely awake the second time.
Well, I think that was somewhere around 2 in the morning. I rallied right back for a little while. We stayed up till probably 5, I would guess.
God. I don't know. I'm just...
we blame millennials. We were literally the only 2 in that room to blame.
That's so true. That happened.
Yeah, we can call ourselves out.
Yeah, there it is.
So, did you wear anything special that night for... Well, Friday night was just a casual get-together night.
Yeah, Friday was casual. Honestly, I don't even remember what I wore on Friday.
I didn't wear any. I think he wore...
You said I didn't wear anything. He just walked around naked.
No, that's not true. I didn't wear anything. I think I wore a hoodie that night. People were getting in kind of late and stuff.
Wait, I do remember my outfit.
Huge snowstorm. We got just right before that.
I forgot about all of that.
Yeah, didn't know if we were going to go.
We were a level 3. They were a level 3. Yeah, that was wild. I forgot about that part.
The 12 inches of snow.
Oh my God. And we kept saying, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it happened. That really happened. That's wild. That was a crazy drive.
The dedication of everyone that showed up was unreal. My God. I mean, we thought, this might be smaller. No, I'm pretty sure they packed the house.
Packed the house.
We showed up.
Big time. No, I do remember my outfit Friday was the tank top that said, because fuck you, that's why. With the bra that said fuck off and the skirt that said fuck off. I was, I don't know. I was in a fuck you kind of mood on Friday, I guess.
Still had a lot of fun.
Tons of fun.
The new couples we met, what a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
You might have got a little roughed up for the first time.
You know what? You're being very polite in the way that you're speaking to me for something that was so shocking to both of us that I don't know. I might still need therapy. I got my ass fucking tossed.
It took me by surprise so much. I responded from the crowd and just I was like, oh shit, did that just happen? Yes, it did. It happened.
I typically, excuse me, I typically do not get tossed about by women, but this was not an ordinary woman. I don't know. Yeah, you think you were surprised? I was flabbergasted.
Looks like you enjoyed your time, though.
I did have a good time. I'm somewhere in the middle of a fun 20 questions game with that one and having a good time making my way through these ridiculous questions I'm asking.
I did have to take front and center on the dance floor there. A particular gal there that I've talked to several times. I tell you, I wish I could move like some of these women. They are unbelievable on the dance floor. I just don't have the hips for it, maybe.
Oh, don't look at me. You know I don't dance.
Yeah, but phenomenal. Had a great time Friday night for sure. What did you wear for Mardi Gras? I didn't do anything special. I just wore what? A nice shirt.
I think a nice shirt, yeah.
Some buckle jeans.
It's hard. You guys, honestly, it sucks because I feel like the themes aren't as exciting for you guys. Well, some people though, some guys go all out. Maybe you just need to step up your fucking game.
I don't think you're wrong, but to me, I think because both women and men are attracted to women, the focus is more on women than men, 2-1 by a long shot.
Maybe more than that. I would agree.
Yeah.
I've said before, I'm there for the fashion show with the other women. I want to gas them up. I want to see what they're wearing. I want to compare notes. I want to talk about what a good deal we got on what we have on. Like, it's fun.
I feel as long as I'm, presentable, smell good, and my beard's trimmed, I feel like that's good enough to tie into any event. And I think any woman's going to respect the hygiene and the manicuring, to be honest.
That's true. You have a great beard. There was a lot of good beards at that party.
Oh, fantastic beards.
I feel like I saw a lot of great beards, and ones that I thought, I bet that beard smells good. Is that weird?
I did ask permission to touch the one gentleman's beard. That thing was phenomenal.
That was beautiful.
And he allowed me, thank goodness.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it wasn't
People
awkward.
are so nice. See, the lifestyle groups. Ugh,
Made solid eye contact, too.
I love that for both of you and for me.
The owner's there. Oh, gosh, she's phenomenal. And I'll tell you, he's hilarious. I just can't stop laughing when he's around. Great time with them. Thank you so much to the two of you for what you do and the events you throw on into your staff. Big thank you from the SilverFoxes. Had a great time.
Huge. Love it. Can't wait for the next one. Oh, I want to talk.
I believe you had a little shocking event. If I could lead into it that way.
I wanted to bring up fun we had with toys that weekend, and you were already thinking of a clever way to say that. And your way was way smarter. Yeah, I don't even know what to even call it. I got tagged a couple times with an electric crop. And I'm going to be super honest, I did not hate that.
Really?
Did not hate it.
I thought for sure you'd have a similar reaction to the other gal when you were surprised with it, but actually it was quite polar opposites.
I didn't even see her reaction. I was off in my... I don't know. I was busy. But yeah, that was a fun surprise that kind of came out of nowhere. And by the time I figured out what it was happening again, and my brain was already like, oh, okay. That's, hey.
You since looked into getting one, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Have you pulled the trigger on that yet, or are you waiting?
Jury's still out. I'm working on that.
Is it fair to say that may be perhaps event only toy? Is there such a thing like this only goes to events with us, or do you think you're gonna look me in the eye and ask me, hey?
No, I'm not. Honestly, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to use an electric crop?
I would totally do it for you, of course.
I feel like that's not your thing.
I guess the BDSM part of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that people participate in any way, but I don't know. I guess never being in charge of something like that, it's hard to say how I would enjoy it since I don't have the experience to comment from.
Okay.
I mean, have I thought about it? Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not one that really likes to cause a situation of uncomfort.
Sure.
You know, I like people to feel comfort around me.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe there's an ass slap inside of me that I don't know about.
I mean, there's plenty of ass slaps inside of you.
With a foreign object.
Oh, okay, well, listen. If we try it and you don't like it, there's plenty of other people I can find to do that for me.
And I'm not sure I'm really painting that in a fair enough picture. That's just an outsider looking in. I think there's more to that than just, you know, somebody spanking somebody with like a wooden board. There's something else to that.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I'm not interested enough, but I know that's kind of something that you delve into a little bit, at least on a discussion front. Mm-hmm. You know? So, I don't know. That's kind of your thing, and that's fine. Go have it. I'll watch it, but I definitely don't want to be, I don't want to be a part of it yet.
I gotcha.
Maybe with the right teacher.
Okay.
You know, there was a gal at that party that we had met for the first time. I don't know. On her heels, she must have been, 6'4"?
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
But,
tall.
I don't know. I think without too much discussion, she could probably talk me into perhaps giving me a private lesson.
We could ask.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not going to initiate that conversation, but if it comes my way, I might entertain it.
That's
all.
fair. Although, I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit because you also tried something that weekend.
Oh.
That was a little bit out of your wheelhouse.
Do tell.
Like you don't remember. So, we got to try the collar that weekend.
Oh.
That was
Yes, we did.
That was a whole ass experience.
You know, previously, I guess I never thought about it. You know, it was with us at a couple events. It was in the drawer. I knew it was there, but never really thought about pulling it out. But when you came back, you were kind of a little excited and, you know, test the waters. Let's see. And I very much enjoyed the collar.
I really liked the collar too. That was fun.
You had a lot of good times there.
That was that was good. That was a good thing.
I do appreciate the experience, but it wasn't like I guess you know, again, some negative stigma that I was putting on the collar itself is that in a way it seemed demeaning. You know, like I was treating you like a pet in my mind. Of course, you know, not asking questions or anything like that. I'm not treating you in a certain way that made me uncomfortable.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It was used in a wonderful fashion, and you asked for some things. I did some things. It was very sexy.
There was a lot happened.
I had a good time with you.
I had a fucking great time with you.
Both nights, you know, I came back Friday night strong. We had...
Yeah, you did.
Had fantastic sex that night. I mean, it was a build-up, you know. As some may know, I get cut off before events.
True story. 48 to 72 hours. I like to build that anticipation.
I don't blame you.
You know why, though? Because I like to explode when it happens. And what happened on Friday?
Full explosion.
Fuck around and find out.
Had a great time again. You know, watched you get tossed around for a little bit Saturday night was wildly hot for me.
It was fucking hot. Gosh.
Me and the other gentleman there definitely should have thanked people at the end.
I feel like you guys were busy bromancing.
I doubt that's true.
It's so fucking true. It's okay.
You know,
you're allowed to be friends with husbands. It's fine.
In a guy's brain, we were very focused on what was happening with our wives. You know, just from a watchful.
Yeah, I guess you say whatever you want. You guys were broing it up.
They're a great couple.
I was waiting on like a fist pump, or like a high five or something come out of that camp.
Very much enjoy talking to them. She's extremely witty. Enjoy them very much. Hopefully we can. Definitely spicy.
Oh, goodness.
Hopefully we can continue, building that friendship and
Yeah, for
and
sure.
seeing where things go from there.
Met some really cool new people.
Yeah, very,
I
very
love
cool.
meeting new people.
Correct.
I love it.
Nice to see that more people are either returning to the lifestyle or trying different events in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
We don't typically ask, hey, why are you new?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, hey, you're new, come on, everybody's welcome and have a great time. And I'll definitely be one of the first to say we had an amazing time, but didn't get our swinger burritos.
No. Skipped those.
Well, you slept till like 1:00.
Well,
But
I drank a lot.
But you did get woken with wonderful Chick-fil-A that I waited 40 minutes for.
Oh my God, that's so true. Bless your heart.
Oh, it was so good though.
And you know what else? I love being at hotels for this reason. Because at a hotel, I'm allowed to eat food in bed.
No food is allowed in my bed, period.
We do not eat food in bed at home, ever, for any reason. But at hotels, that's not our bed. So I ate the fuck out of that Chick-fil-A, laying in that bed, completely naked, covered in sheets, and no strip of chicken has ever been more satisfying. There it is. It's not classy, but I said it. So I would say the smorgasbord is the mix of all the things we're catching up on, all the things we're doing, all the shout outs and all that jazz. So, mixed in with the smorgasbord is a kind of, I don't know, maybe an uncomfortable topic, maybe not. Maybe as we gain more time and experience in the lifestyle, it becomes less uncomfortable. Maybe it becomes more uncomfortable. I'm not really sure, but I want to talk about red flags.
We talked about this earlier in the week, and I think I came out and asked you the question, do we really open up the discussion on red flags? What are the red flags to us? How important is it to us that if a red flag comes up, what do we do? Do we get out of the moment? Do we get out of the situation? Do we move the friendship aside? But I think one of the most important questions was, how many red flags are too many?
Sure.
And I don't think we really came up with a definitive answer at that time. Did you really even delve deeper and say, hey, 3 red flags, but then do you classify them like these are major offenses, these are minor offenses, 3 minor offenses, 1 major, you're out of here, 2 majors, you're out of here? Hard to define exactly what the cutoff is. Isn't it
really is, honestly, and it's. I think I struggled to answer the question in so many ways because I want to find ways to explain those red flags. If a red flag comes up and you and I recognize it and say to each other, "Hey, I feel like this thing that was said or this idea that was presented doesn't quite feel right," my immediate, knee-jerk response is to take what I know about that person, because typically in play situations, I want to know the couple first. I try to take the information I know about them and say, well, maybe to us this looks like a red flag, but because I know this thing about these people, maybe it's actually this instead of a red flag. So I'm very quick to assume. I want to assume the best in everyone. I'm an empath. That's what I do. So when there's something that comes up that seems like we shouldn't trust it in some way, I'm very quick to explain it away.
I am definitely quicker to. I'm not sure how much farther we should go with this. Mm-hmm. I'll say that's very fair. I do accept a lot of your explanations because they make a lot of sense.
Sure.
And if you take certain experiences or certain red flags in context, it could be explained away.
Sure.
Beyond the first exception, how many exceptions do you grant and say we have a pattern of exceptions? And, I think it's, great in the moment, but there is something here, and I think down the road it's going to affect us. How do we cross that bridge to say it's time to get out?
Sure.
Without hurting our own feelings of like, man, these are really good people. I mean, even though this is the lifestyle and we're not replacing one another or looking to replace one another. So what is feelings, I guess, because that's a tough thing to define all by itself. Of course I'm going to feel something for a friend, and it's going to hurt if I don't get to talk to that friend anymore. But it's not feelings in the sense of dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, significant other, partner. So there is something there. But at what point do you think we should say to each other, "Hey, I think it's too much, and no matter where we're at in this moment, I don't think we should progress"?
Honestly, I feel like we're going to have to just get to that answer when it comes. I don't know if there's a way for I don't know if there's a way to define it exactly what the cutoff point is, or exactly what that thing could be that makes us say, hey, this feels weird. But I know that like recently, we were talking to a couple online and something felt different. I don't know. It felt weird. And we both felt it. And then they decided that they didn't want to talk anymore. So it's like we knew something wasn't right, but we didn't know what that thing was.
Sure.
So I think these red flags situations, or I mean, even that, I would say just because we felt something was weird doesn't mean necessarily that those people or something about them was a red flag, but something was going off in our heads that said something's not right. So I don't know. I think those decisions are probably just as fluid and dynamic as our rules, based on a situation and based on the people that we're surrounded by in that situation.
Now, inevitably, different people are going to have different experiences, different opinions, different advice. Sure. You had a friend that you go out and get coffee with that we've met in the lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave you some advice. Do you want to share what their opinion was? And I mean, it's a different point of view, even though we may not share it.
Sure, no, it's different. And what are we going to call this guy? I feel like I'm going to call him Dr. Jones because it fits. So anyway, Dr. Jones and I somehow have this, I don't know I mean, if you know him and you know me, I feel like you say all the time we are such an unlikely pair. But I really have formed a really solid surface level friendship with this guy. And what he says, in his opinion, is the answer to, friendships in the lifestyle, is you fuck first, determine your sexual compatibility, and then decide from there if you want a friendship. Because if you build a friendship first, and then you fuck, and things aren't compatible, then you feel obligated or like you have to stay friends, or, even if things are horrible and awkward, you just kind of have to stay in it or whatever. So he says the answer is fuck first, determine compatibility. But that to me and I appreciate his view, and I totally respect him, but I like to make a connection first. I like to know people a little personally first before that energy exchange happens.
I like to say those words. And I like to believe that's the path in which we go out and try to walk. But at the same time, I am honest enough and primal enough as a man to say sometimes when I meet somebody that night, shit could go down because there's a connection. That's the more primal side of me that I don't necessarily need weeks of chat to get to that moment.
Sure.
But no, all of a sudden we're in the moment, everything's happening. I'm perfectly okay with that.
No, do not get me wrong. I am perfectly okay with that.
Right. So,
But I don't know, I do like to build a friendship, but I'm also kind of, like, there's a part of me too now that's afraid a little bit with some of the friendships that we've made of, like, because the friendships feel so genuine and so solid, I'm almost afraid to even initiate that next step, because if it's not, ideal, or if it's not what everybody pictured, or if it's not something, if anything gets awkward sexually, I'm afraid that will cost the relationship.
So, I guess it's fair to say that I feel that way towards, some friends too. But I think the best thing to do sometimes would maybe for us to have that conversation with them as well.
Sure.
So that, they're not reaching for an unachievable carrot, that's been dangled in front of them, so to speak. I mean, it's all metaphor. We're not teasing people, but, at the same time, we know why we all showed up that evening.
Sure. I don't know. It's making me think Dr. Jones might have a point a little bit.
I think there's some validity to it, but I also think that there is no standard to meeting two people. There's a polite way, of course, to approach a situation, but, I don't know. I just think that things can happen in the moment.
Yeah.
And friendships can be formed, or, I don't know, passion strikes you in an evening with four people, and maybe there is nothing beyond that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it in every way, shape, or form. I guess as we go to more events and we're at more lifestyle things, I guess I'm a little more open to that than just a solid friendship. But I guess 90% of the time, maybe even 85% of the time, that's what I'm going for. But that 15% exists where I'm very open and go with the flow to a very big fault.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair percentage you're giving it.
But I do enjoy those. So I want to have more. I would like our core to build. We read an article that some podcaster shared on Twitter that talked about the years that it takes to develop a very, very strong core of friends. And I think we're doing pretty good as far as meeting them, getting to know people, and staying there. But to have that strong core, it may take us a while, where we have, a set of friends that we play with on the reg, or, go out to dinner with on the reg and stuff like that. But,
sure.
I think we're on the right direction and going in the right way.
And I mean, we're learning.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some red flag experiences that we have to learn from because we didn't know they were there,
Yes.
Like your rule said, it's going to change because experiences will take place that you didn't think of. So your rules will change to, accommodate those experiences. So I think this is going to be a very similar thing. What a red flag is, it'd be the opposite of your yes.
Yeah.
But, there's going to be some situational types, some couple types that, if they don't meet X, Y, Z criteria, we haven't had good experience with that. Maybe we shouldn't make excuses and just politely say, this not for us. And oh shoot.
Yeah.
And, regret what we didn't do.
Yeah. Instead of what we did.
Right. So, yeah, those situations are tough, but they're going to pop up. They're going to happen. And
honestly, though, for the red flag situations that do happen, I will say, in our experience, are really just a fucking blip compared to the amount of amazing people we've met, the amazing friendships that we have. The good far outweighs the bad.
Oh, by a long shot. And we had that conversation the past couple weeks, and our good experiences far outweigh bad experiences by a long shot, and looking forward to everything that's coming our way.
I agree. And while we're talking about really good people that we have met in the lifestyle, can we just shout out the two that were just on our Between Two Pineapples
we certainly
podcast,
should.
because this man proposed to this woman with a rock the size of the man that gave it, and I can't tell you if I have ever, and please don't tell either of my sisters this, if I have ever in my life looked forward to a wedding. But I'm looking forward to this wedding.
Please do not tell my siblings the same.
Oh
But I am really looking forward to this wedding.
Look, like, best wedding ever, obviously. Right?
I'm going in it with that.
Oh, we're fucking going.
Bar's kind of high.
We are gonna show up.
Gonna be a great time. They reached out to us, told us what was going on, and a bunch of other friends. So thank you to them. It was great having you guys on last episode. Next episode, we're gonna have another addition to Between Two Pineapples coming up here before long. We do know the release date. We're not gonna tell anybody yet.
It's a surprise.
We're not gonna give any kind of indication of who's coming on next, but we are definitely excited for everyone to get to hear them on the podcast.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm so excited to have them in our house.
So, what else did we... I mean, I feel like this episode's a little more serious than we are.
Is it?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like I laughed a lot. I don't know. I just, talking about red flags is always weird. It's always kind of a downer. You don't want to get caught at an event talking to someone about red flags, because it's not going to be a positive conversation.
Well, and one thing is what I take into consideration a lot, even when I speak to people, is my point of view. We could be both looking at the same object and draw different conclusions in the same moment in time. So, when we say, this is our red flag, if we define the situation, those other two people in that situation are going to have a different perception of what happened, too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, we have a tendency to never really tell anybody's name in situations for that reason, because we really want you to draw your own conclusions on people, not my opinions for you to formulate of others. So, we've just had experiences, and maybe we don't follow those, but other people have an amazing time with them, It's just hard to say where things and people and evolution and the lifestyle will take you, but, for the most part, outstanding positivity in the community, and very much enjoy all the friendships that remain, for sure.
I would agree.
So,
I want to do like a little, not a Q&A, but I feel like you and I both have gotten the question a lot about the Between Two Pineapples series on how we pick our couples. And I kind of want to answer that. Okay. You want to give it a shot? Go ahead. Yeah, I guess for me, like, the very first thing, obviously, is that there has to be a vibe. Like, between all four of us, between them as a couple, between us as we vibe always, but, like, there has to be, it's got to be a vibe all the way around. Just because, we're inviting people into our house, and we want to hang out, we want to laugh, we want things to go smoothly, we want to talk fluidly and not have it feel like a really formal interview. So that vibe for me is the most important part above everything else. They've got to have a great story, or great insight to people considering the lifestyle. Like, if someone is on the outside looking in or considering joining, or, maybe they're just dipping their toes in, and perchance they listen to a podcast that has us interviewing someone, I kind of feel like having the opportunity to hear information from more than one point of view, or more than two points of view, because you and I have a point of view, but also we're two separate people, and sometimes we feel differently about things, but having other people on that have a completely different view from either one of us, I think only helps to kind of normalize the stigma that people still have of what swinging is.
Sure.
So for me, I feel like if we can make one person feel like they might want to join us at a party, then we have done something.
Right. And I think that some people that maybe were at those parties could have an opportunity to listen to more than just us that were at those parties as well, and give their perspective, that they had without us being involved in,
Sure.
all the stuff that goes on and the positivity that goes around. And, last episode between two pineapples, the gentleman, he separated lifestyle and swingers,
Yeah.
And so I would say we're probably not full-blown swingers.
Sure.
We are lifestyle couple for sure, but we definitely enjoy swinging at times.
Yeah. I would agree.
So,
Yeah.
it's interesting how all that conversation on just pronouns and stuff can get started pretty quick, but, I think it's respectful to define things as we go further,
And I like hearing other people's views on stuff.
Absolutely.
You know me. I love to talk. I never shut up.
But people are interesting, and with
Yes.
your psychology and college and everything that you took, years and years of it, it's going to, of course, present something to you because you have a variety of different points of view towards one medium that you find very interesting. So
I do love picking people's brains.
Yeah.
I love it. Trying to figure them out.
I do to my own extent, maybe not for the same reason as you do, but I
Sure.
do enjoy trying to figure out things in the moment and whatnot. But typically, how long can I talk to this woman and make her blush is number one worry.
My babe. That's true. You do that. You're really good at that. So let's remind people where they can find us. I am SilverFox79 on all platforms. I'm on Cassidy. I am on Swing Towns. I'm actually a affiliate photographer at Cassidy. So when you sign up, if you type SilverFox79 into the referral code space, you can get a 30-day free trial with Cassidy, and it gives you all the privileges of a fully paid member for 30 days. So that's fun. I may or may not also be on TikTok somewhere. But I'm terrible and also a creep. And you, where are you at?
I am on swinglifestyle.com and Swingers Zone Central. I am also SilverFox79, so you'll get a hold of me if you get onto those platforms. And we are also on Twitter now.
Oh, yeah, Twitter.
We're at silverfoxswings if you want to follow us on there and see kind of us get involved with the Twitter community and our hashtags. So a lot of fun seeing what's going on over there. So follow us if you wish. Mm-hmm. Send us a tweet. Tell us what's on your mind. We enjoy hearing from everyone. And you can also email us at the silverfoxswingset@gmail.com.
I remember being excited about that from last time. That was
Very
a good
exciting.
surprise.
Yes, we have had some interactions on there too, but we instituted email for discrete reasons, so we are not going to speak about it.
Okay. We're not going to speak on that. So, what do we have coming up next?
Let's see. We got the March party at Secret Desires.
Yes. I want to get back to Princeton.
I definitely want to get back to Princeton.
I really want to get back to Princeton. I would also like to spend time with our friends that originally invited us to Princeton.
Yes.
And I know. I've just felt the energy of your excitement from across the table. We don't have to go into a 10-minute talk about how hot she is and how much you guys connect and blah, blah, blah. We would both really like to make time to get together with them.
Very much so. Thank you.
Your face.
I mean, if I don't have 10 minutes, can I have 5?
No. They've heard enough about her. And people at events have seen enough. They know. They fucking know.
She's hot. I can't do anything about it.
God bless.
She's an amazing kisser too. I'll tell you that.
Well, I would love to find out.
I don't know. I'll take all the time you need.
Whoa. Don't be greedy.
Fair enough, DMX. So moving on. What else do we have planned after?
Yeah, I think honestly, just that I'm really looking forward to that interview. That's going to be fun.
I can't wait for the event, to be honest. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh my God! Wait till you see my outfits.
As soon as we book the weekend to go to Princeton, I'm going to be really probably excited about that.
Yes.
Too. So
I do want to get back there. Something fierce.
Yeah.
I got some cute outfits I could wear.
Your hair is phenomenally different than last time we had a podcast. Interesting to see it.
We do
sexy,
not. No.
Very sexy brunette.
We do not need to give this brunette hair any airtime.
It makes your eyes look so beautiful.
I miss my pink hair. I was like a unicorn for like a month. That was fun.
You're hot no matter your hair color.
You say the nicest things.
Before long, you'll have something interesting back from your point of view.
Yeah, that's
I get
true.
a new wife every month. I don't care what color it turns to.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. So reach out to us if you want to make contact with us on our platforms. We're very responsive. Some we're just a shade slower than others to get to, but we do respond to everyone that reaches out to us.
What about swinging forward?
Yes. What do we have planned?
Oh my God, I can't
So
believe.
we didn't really do anything. We weren't going to change anything.
No, last time we wanted to keep everything exactly the same.
Right. So
I don't necessarily feel that way this time.
I have some points of view that have changed since the last time we've talked like this together, to be honest. And
Most definitely.
We talked about it, and what do you got planned first?
When situations do come up where you believe something is a red flag and I'm instantly trying to explain it away, I'm going to take more care in hearing why you believe something might be a red flag.
I think I'll always be open-minded to listening towards what you have to say towards anything, and I appreciate that. I do think you listen. I just think that you're just got an amazing heart, and so.
God, don't tell people that.
I know you're
but I mean,
she's a total brat, but
to a fault though.
But it's okay, We'll get things figured out. We're both taking each other's words into consideration when we talk, and that's what's most important.
Yeah, I think that is
listening,
the most important part,
and we know that, so we're always moving forward because we're listening to each other. And I guess there'll be some downs with some ups, but the ups are the most prevalent rides we take. So
and the most fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly. Swinging forward also, I want to use the collar some more. And I want an electric crop.
I'm behind both of those. Okay. I mean, the crop may become a travel product.
I'm never going to ask you to use the electric crop unless you say, I would like to try that. I will find women to use that on me.
I didn't mind watching that guy do it to be honest.
Oh, shit. I kind of liked that, too.
So, okay, fair enough. Deal. I mean, you don't have to commit to me just one or the other. I mean, if you want to use it, have fun.
Psh. I want you to watch, though.
I'll be around.
I appreciate that.
I'll be around. It depends how my attention is being spent. I'm such...
That's true.
I like to make out.
Bless your heart. So what do you want to do swinging forward?
It's hard to say that I have anything very much new that I want to try. I like the path we're on, but I want to try to figure out the best way to move as far as approaching couples with you. I think that's my number one plan before our next event, and really define.
I missed some very clear signs from you at the last party, admittedly. And I think a lot of that had to do with the amount that I drank, and that I might need to control that a little bit. So I'm going to take full responsibility for that, and there is no shame in my way too much beer game, but I will say I clearly missed our only secret code because I was busy being drunk and focused on the wrong things. So I'm going to add that to my swinging forward. I'm going to cut back on the booze a little bit. I know better.
That gal was hot.
God dang it. You're right.
That's all right. I've since had conversations with her, and so have you.
I want to run into her again for sure.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to say hello.
Lord. I'm going to say a lot of stuff.
In a different way than I introduced myself on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
So do you think that about wrap things up?
Yeah, I think that wraps it up for me. You feel good?
I feel good. I'm really excited about
you do.
Really excited about the next podcast.
Oh my gosh, me
really
too.
Excited for that interview. So
can't wait for everybody to hear that.
Yeah, we'll see.
They are so amazing.
Seems like a lot of people are heading towards Hito in the next couple weeks and months coming on.
Have fun.
Still have
guys.
to figure that out if that's something we want to venture on. We've definitely both said we'd probably start looking into a cruise maybe. That'd be kind of cool if we can announce that we were going on a maybe a lifestyle cruise. I don't know if necessarily is there a difference between a swinger?
Oh, I'm sure
and a
that there's a difference. I don't know.
No, like do they get separated?
Or is it just no idea.
Like the group that you're going with is how it's defined. I don't know, but I'm willing to fucking find out.
And I know a couple of spicy travel agents that could probably help us. Nope. Don't fall into that trap.
She's such a nice lady.
Nope. Not today.
How can our arch nemesis also be our travel agent? You know, I did
It's
get
the
an
only thing that fits.
I did get an opportunity to see them again at Secret Desires.
Oh yeah.
And you know, in all fun, they're our arch nemesis, but in real life, they're amazing, good people.
Oh God, yeah. I hope nobody takes us seriously when we say that.
We sat down on the dance floor next to each other, had a great time. I'm not going to describe what took place, but I had a great time.
I missed that. I wish I wouldn't have.
I didn't.
There's going to be more opportunities. We'll run into them again.
Great time.
We use all that pretend hate to fuel whatever happened next. Whatever happens next. I can't even talk.
So to everyone going to Hito, have a great time.
Yeah, have fun.
Gonna miss you guys. We'll see you when you get back for the next event. Some people we're starting to talk to on and off on the side. Maybe we'll get a date set up here and there and let everybody know how those turn out. But so far, I had a lot of fun. Busy time of year for both of us recently, so at our places of employment. But hopefully we can have more fun playing, because I still refuse to call work my real life.
Yes. Agreed.
So, as everybody's heard me say before, if anything, we'll have a good night. If everything, we'll have an amazing one. You made a face. I'm sorry, I lost my whole train of thought.
Yeah, who are you texting?
What do you mean?
Who are you texting over here?
I was tweeting.
We're tweeting during a podcast?
Yeah.
Babe.
That's what people do.
Who?
Famous podcasters.
Oh my God. I thought you were texting some woman, and I was like, okay, my babe's trying to lay some shit down. I'm just gonna overlook the fact that he's texting while we're trying to podcast. And you're fucking tweeting?
Sorry.
You're out here twatting? Damn it. All right, come on. What are we talking about here? First, there's got to be a vibe. which is what I was talking about. Who the hell knows what the fuck you were talking about? Anyway,